What's going on, everyone?
Hello, you guys.
This is Marvin.
Amber.
And we're with the family O. We are about to show you guys some amazing food right now. But before we move any further, we do ask that you tap the thumbs up button because you're getting ready to see some awesome food. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, this is time for another installment of
Vegan Eating
Atlanta. And we're here at Aftan Ethiopics Cafe and Restaurant. It's an Ethiopian restaurant out here in Johns Creek, Georgia, or Sewanee, Georgia, Alpharetta, one of them three. But we came here when they first opened a couple weeks ago, and this place is so good, we had to make our way back and show you guys. So, do you have anything before we get going?
Yes, so if you've ever had Ethiopian food before, usually they will have a separate vegan menu, and so that's what we're going to be taking advantage of, you guys. The food is plentiful.
Yes.
Last time we had to-goes. I don't think Babe did. Somehow Babe was able to do it. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
But he probably will. What you think he gonna do this time?
Let me tell y'all something. You gonna just remember the word Tim Fit, and you're gonna realize that having it to go is gonna be very impossible because this food is so good, so good, so good, so good. Anyways, Liv, you got anything before we get in here?
I want to say that you better stay tuned because you're gonna see some delicious food.
You are. All right, y'all. We have a little bit of sunlight left, so we just want to jump in here. Hope you're enjoying our Vegan Eating Atlanta series. We got our masks today, so we're gonna throw these on, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, you guys.
Peace.
Yeah, you already got that. You can get.
Oh, they already got
Yeah. You can get.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we just ordered our food, and the thing about Ethiopian food is it's so good, but there is a spice threshold that you have to be prepared for. So some of our items on the vegetarian plate, we subbed it out for vegetable items that are a little less spicy. But we love some spicy and some flavorful food, but it's a little late in the evening, and we want to be able to sleep through the night. So what I ordered was a veggie plate, but I substituted the more spicy items for something called Tim Fit, which it's a mixed, well, we'll just let y'all see it on the next clip. So hope you guys are enjoying. As you see, it's very quiet in here. They work by reservation only, of course, because of social distancing. So it's like one other family that's in here right now. But we just wanted to get out and have a nice dinner. It's not our official date night Fridays. It's date night Tuesdays, essentially. But that's how we navigate this, as we talked about on the previous episode of vegan eating. You gotta live your life, you gotta be smart, you gotta respect social distancing, but don't stay cooped up in the house because you're just gonna do yourself a disservice mentally by staying in fear and all that. So we're getting out, we're safe, and we're enjoying a nice dinner. See y'all soon.
All right, you guys, so I feel super blessed because my babe, basically, I was expressing to him that I love cooking, y'all, but I've said this before, I'm just kind of tired of it. We've been cooking, like pretty much 3 times a day, and with a growing child, y'all, she is always hungry, so eating snacks in between, of course. But babe made breakfast for us this morning. I made lunch, and then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat us and we're gonna go to dinner. So I just feel super blessed to be here because I didn't have to cook. And I love cooking, like I said, but comment below if you kind of are like a little overwhelmed with the cooking constantly.
You
the dishes.
you need a break. You needed a break.
Yes, thank you.
There's some cooking.
Babe, he did tell me that earlier. He said, babe, I know that you said you just need a break. He said, but the food is good because we had pasta for lunch. It was really good.
It'd be like that sometimes, though.
Yeah. I love you.
All right, love you, cutie.
All right, y'all.
Here you go. Let me grab those.
Thank you. See, I have right here, it looks like green beans and carrots. Yeah, I remember this from last time. collards right here. This looks like cabbage with some potatoes and carrots, lentils, green lentils, yellow lentils, and here's the red one. We're gonna get the Timothy Fitbit, which is so good, you guys. Babe was talking about it a moment ago, but basically it has injera mixed inside of it. It's a cold dish and it's so good from here.
What is injera?
Injera is, I would say, like if you've ever been to an Indian restaurant, for example, or if you've ever, let's just say, been to a West African restaurant and they've had fufu, and at the Indian restaurant they have naan. It's like the bread that you kind of eat your food with. So you basically, it kind of looks like a pancake rolled up, if you will, kind of the look of it, but it's a really good kind of savory, kind of soury type of dough that you use to scoop your food up with, you know. So you can obviously use a fork to eat with, but then you also would use your hands to eat as well.
If we were in the country in the South, it'd be like a biscuit, and how I'd like to put you on a plate and sop you up with a biscuit.
But yeah.
See, that must be that it's an African thing to have bread to
And
sop
something or like for those of you that eat spaghetti, for example, and you get bread and you sop it up like that as well. It's the same concept.
All right, let's eat. Ooh, Liberty, what do you think?
You're beautiful.
Got the hand sanitizer. Ooh, let me get some of the hand sanitizer. What kind of hand sanitizer is it for folks that want to go a natural hand sanitizer, right?
Savvy Naturals. Hold on, baby, 1 second. This is from Sprouts, y'all. This little bottle is like $5. But guess what? It's good and it lasts.
What is it made out of? I don't think it's alcohol.
Lavender chamomile. It's 100% organic, non-GMO alcohol, and that's really about it. Yep.
All right. Cool. All right, so I told you guys that I would tell you what Timothy Fitbit is. As Babe was explaining a little bit, this is the injera, but it's also injera mixed with a bunch of other stuff. It is served cold, but it's so good. It's essentially injera with a bunch of other stuff in it, and it's cold, but it's really, really good. Great taste. Oh, you got your injera. I know.
So good, y'all.
You scoop like a professional, by the way.
Thank you. I've been eating Ethiopian food for like years, because we were in Houston. It was one of our first date places, right, babe?
Yep. Ethiopian. Let me see your scoop pattern.
I just scoop it.
Cool. Liberty, let me see your scoop pattern.
I mixed it both with
You're the best sopper in the world. Stuff right here. I just want to show. I'm a professional sopper. Good. Very good. And see, you got to get your hands real greasy. Or it's not even grease in here, I'm sorry. But you just got to get messy. Liberty says you have to eat like an African. Eat like an African, huh? I was just saying, when we started eating this kind of food, it just made the path to veganism a lot easier, because we just realized you don't necessarily have to have meat for the food to be flavorful, for it to be delicious, to be filling, all of those things. You just expanding your palate, and that's literally what made the path towards veganism like super easy, because we love good food, and it was just finding places that offer good tasting food that didn't just happen to have meat in it to prepare it. So I put this up against any restaurant that serves the traditional type foods. It's just good.
Now, hello. I wanted to say hello. This food is delicious. By the way, also, this ninjera is vegan.
Injera is vegan.
The rice is delicious. It has this yummy flavoring. I think this may be a pepper part, but it is delicious, and this yumminess. It kind of reminds me of that right there.
Does it kind of look like corn?
Kind of looks like corn that's mashed up, kind of. But it doesn't look like that much of corn.
But it's actually chickpeas.
Ooh.
Who's your friend over there?
Oh, it's I'm trying to touch it with my hands because they're a bit sticky. But this is flippy. And down here you can't even see him. He's seesaw. He's Fluffy's little brother. Let me show you Fluffy better. There's
That's cool. Can you hold Cecil up one more time for us? Y'all, if you notice Cecil right here, it says Cornerstone Home Linden Inc. We got Cecil when we were house hunting one time, right, babe?
She was a little baby.
Libby was a little bitty baby, and she has had Cecil ever since they gave it to her, and she's just had, and she loved that little rabbit.
And I named the majority of the dolls we get her.
Yeah.
And I just like the name Cecil.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
the name totally goes with him.
It does.
And Fluffy, I named her, and I got her from Build-A-Bear. If you didn't notice, let me take her shoe.
That's right.
On her shoe it says B-A-B for Build-A-Bear.
That's right,
This
beautiful.
food is delicious. You should definitely come to this restaurant and try their food. You should taste the yummy ninjera. It is so
What
good.
is it called again?
Ninjera.
Say injera.
Oh, ninjera would be like ninja.
Yeah, that's right. But in, like we are in the restaurant, injera. Say it again.
Ninjera.
Excellent job.
Yeah, the green part, the lentil, is called disinmisir in Ethiopian. It's basically grain lentils. We boil it first and just saute with onions, garlic, a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of tomato. It's very simple but very delicious.
Yeah, very delicious.
And what's you guys' contact information? How can people find out more about you?
You can find us at Ethiopics ATL on Instagram, ethiopicscafe.com, and Facebook as well, Ethiopics Cafe.
Now, we know there's an Ethiopian restaurant and the name Ethiopics. Is there any kind of history behind that actual name?
Yes, actually. So there's two meanings to Ethiopics. The alphabet, the Ethiopian alphabet, which is called Ethiopic. And the Ethiopics is like, it was a band that was founded by a French, I think, a director. But he went and actually researched about all the old singers in 60s, 40s through Haile Selassie, like the jazz bands. And he tried to like bring all those great music together and introduce it to the world. So we also try to do that in the process eventually. Have a jazz band here with Ethiopian jazz and mixes.
That sounds awesome.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
No problem.
From the
Thank
first
you.
time we came, y'all, she was so gracious. We called, I guess a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, yes, come on in. And she just welcomed us, and the same thing today. So we'll be back.
So
Thank
here
you
in
for
Johns
coming
Creek,
and supporting us.
come
Thank
check
you
them
so
out.
much.
Thank you.
You guys, we are stuffed as usual. We all have a to-go this time.
Yeah.
So that means that tomorrow we'll probably have oatmeal for breakfast maybe, and then this will be our lunch. Yes. Before we go, I just want to show you guys these really cool travel pack of antibacterial wipes that we found at the Dollar Tree, y'all. Now, excuse me, one day Liv and I were going to run an errand, and we stopped by Dollar Tree to see just kind of like what they had or whatever. And I saw like there was a whole box of these. So I said, you know what, I'll just get two. It's a Dollar Tree. You know, we don't sleep on the Dollar Tree, but I was like, these ain't gonna be that good. Yeah, these things are great. Oh my goodness. And I've been telling Babe ever since that I wanna find them. Haven't found them yet, but just $1. And look, it started with 30, but then I guess they must have upped it to 40 in this count. And we've been using this for a little while now, haven't we,
Yeah,
babe?
nice little. So you don't have to go to a restaurant and wipe your hands.
Every single time, yeah. And we usually, like, in order for us to keep our hands clean, we'll usually, you know, once we're done eating, of course, we'll wipe our mouth, hands, and then we'll hand sanitize, you know, if there's not a restroom readily available. I want to share this with you guys, so check your area to see if you have some at your local Dollar Tree. But anyway, you guys, the video has come to an end. We hope that you truly enjoyed another Vegan Eating Atlanta. Remember that go ahead and like this video. If you enjoyed watching another Vegan Eating episode, also subscribe if you haven't, because more videos will be coming your way just like this. And then also we do have some items. So if you noticed in this particular video, my babe had on a shirt that said Investor. That's part of our t-shirt collection that we have, and we have so many other great things as well. You can click our link in the bio to find out more information. So until then, we have
Marvin.
who's behind the camera, Amber and
Liberty.
we're with the family. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.
Bye.